So your channel, your video got...
It's got a strike in it, yeah.
Strike. Why? Because this information's coming out, man. Yeah. See, this information's coming out, man.
Quick one. This Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, says the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of blood, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Most High.
Yeah, see, yeah, but the famine of the word. So that's, we're nearing that. We're nearing that, man. Because, hey, when you see everything that's happening on the earth today, bro, like in the politics and stuff like Brexit, the politicians, they can't even get along. The war with Iran's heating up. Like the politics in Britain, even when you see Trump, it looks like a fucking, like you're watching a movie. It's like a joke. It's like, who's writing this? Because it looks like a joke. Bro, they can't get along, there's no policies being passed. So this place is spiraling quickly. We're coming to the end, man. End of this world, bro. So the famine of the word, which is prophecy, meaning what? That internet's gonna get shut down, and the truth, you know, you get it now, yeah. Man. And you're gonna see the importance of getting it now, now, because when, you know, okay, you know the Lord's name, you know the truth, the chip. I'm not to take the chip, because when everything's shut down, bro, and you might be on your own, that's all you can rely on. Okay, look, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said not to do this. This is the Lord's name. Just go in the spirit, Lord willing.
Also, hold fast till I come.
Hold fast till I come. So, hey, there's gonna be no YouTube, bro. There's gonna be no, let me go on a brother's channel and all that. That's not gonna exist.
Look, what's that?
The internet's gonna get shut down. Go on, bro.
Ezekiel.
We're at the end of the world, man. A glorious time.
Ezekiel 7 and 26.
Yeah.
Mischief shall come upon mischief, and Luma shall be upon Luma. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancient.
It says Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Yeah, speak on it. Speak on it.
Hey, like brother was going into, you gotta find the Lord now, right? There's gonna be a time when we're not on the streets anymore, right? There's gonna be a time where you can't just go on YouTube and be like, okay, what does it say, right? So you gotta get the knowledge and wisdom and understanding now while it's available to you, man. Right? We read earlier on in Proverbs 18 and 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, right? But if let's say you have been past the Israelites, right, and then stuff starts happening, and then now you're trying to find out, okay, they said, to call on the name, and you're trying to go on YouTube and the channel's down, what you gonna do? You don't know. You don't know.
That's right. You got some more on that, huh?
That was not on that, but I got pretty certain. It says,
you're gonna know, man, it's gonna be all shut down, bro.
Yep.
So we're in some crazy times, man, but good times, because we know the end is near. No, we're not gonna be like people out in the world.
They're fucked.
They're fucked, bro. The scripture says knowledge and wisdom is gonna be your stability.
That's right.
So the people in the world, people are gonna get messed up.
Yep.
The ships just turning up. They ain't gonna know what it is, man. They're gonna just see ships all over the world, so-called UFOs, which are the chariots, and they ain't gonna know what the hell it is. A ship all up in their cities, Dublin and Glasgow and Edinburgh and London, and the ships just there. You know what I'm saying? Just right in front of you. Like the people are just gonna probably be staring at them, just frozen.
So it says the travel shall mourn is.
Yeah, go on, nuts.
It says the travels of the earth shall mourn when they appear.
That's right. So Sirach 5 and 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come
don't put this, So hey, when you hear this information, man, you gotta just get on it, because tomorrow could be the end.
Yeah.
So when you hear this truth, man, you gotta get on it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm involved, man. Get involved, man. Don't just, because you don't just sideline, like, hey, yeah, cool, man. But get involved, man.
Yeah. Do what has been as the Spirit of the Lord has given you up to that point. Because you ain't going here, you're in Israelite and be in the camp the next day. Of course not. right? But there are things you can do to show the Lord that you're serious. You know, you start, you start watching the videos, you know, regularly, you're taking your notes. Then as the Spirit is ready, right, because you can't force the Spirit, but as the Spirit is ready, then you might start doing, you know, some videos or whatever, what have you, right? And then after that, who knows? Yeah. Right, but you gotta be active, like the brother's saying, man. You can't just Kendrick Lamar it, right, in one song. Yeah, I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black, man. That's it.
Oscar Bar did a video recently, and it was titled GMS Young Brother basically get involved. So even brothers that are coming in new to the faith and joining the ranks and all that, get it in.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid if you don't know something. Ask brothers that do know. Just get it in, because this is the time of action, like the apostles have been saying.
That's right.
It has done been the time of action.
That's right.
And you know, we're not gonna do this ever again. After this society's done, we ain't gonna do this again, man.
9. Let me work the works while it is day. When night cometh, no man can work. When that destruction's coming, man, you think we're gonna be out on the highways and byways?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna come out to camp? Yeah, but I'll be at camp. You know, none of that shit, man. You're gonna be out there. Bro, you're gonna be out there. Maybe in the sticks, maybe in the concentration.
Who knows, bro?
Who knows where you're gonna be, bro? But you're just gonna be you and the Lord, man.
Yeah.
And we're doing it for a reward, man.
Yep.
The kingdom, the Lord returning. There's a reward for this, man. But we gotta believe it, and we got, you know what, as well. We gotta always keep pushing, man. Like, yo, keep it in my head. I've gotta keep doing this work. I gotta get to camp. I gotta do my videos. I got whatever it is, man. Just soldier it, you know.
That's right.
And I'll say it, but I'm like, Lord willing, I'll fight through it. We all fight through it.
That's right.
It ain't easy, but we're doing it.
Yep.
And it's for a reward, bro. It's for a reward, mate. We ain't gonna do this ever again, bro. This world's coming to an end.
That's right.
Nuclear war's coming. The chariots are coming.
Got more on this?
Go on,
So Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security, right, in thy security,
you're going to that.
thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So there it is. You thought it was all cool, man. You was just there chilling, doing what you want. Yeah. You know, you might see one of the brothers, but hey, yo, shalom. I watch. Hey, can't. Yeah. But that's it. So then you think that, you know, just knowing about the Israelites is enough. No, you gotta do what you can do as the Spirit wills.
Yeah, because it says in that security thou shalt be destroyed, isn't it?
Yep.
So you gotta be on. You know, we're on. You know, even brothers, we're on edge, man. You know, we know hey, tomorrow could be your last day here, man. We're just living day to day, but we're on edge, man. Because we don't know, this system could crumble tonight. The economy could crash. What are you going to do then? Tomorrow your bank ain't working. What do we do?
Oh, bro. I'll give a testimony, man. There's one client I'm working with, they're a solicitor firm, right? And they're getting harassed by their customers because Metro Bank, the bank that they bank with, are flopping. They're in
CTD.
the news. They're in the news. They're getting bad press. People are getting worried. Now they're thinking about the deposits. They're like, yo, we need to get our money out, man. Now, you know, and that's going to happen to all these banks eventually. Yeah. You know?
Yes.
Well, you got Brexit coming up. Not so much the banks, but that's guaranteed to fuck mess up the society, basically. That's guaranteed. There's no two ways about it. They're saying, there's an article, I found the Sky. Basically they're saying that they didn't even say worst case scenario. They said a moderate, like an average kind of, you know, kind of okay kind of way, kind of take a month of basic carnage before anything gets said. So what does that spill over to? The article actually was about the fact that they own 7,000 or is it 5,000 worth of medical supplies found in the UK. But 7,000 of the medical supplies are basically imported from or through the EU. Alright? And they're saying that they basically wouldn't be able to get those items over. It'll take a month or so before they'd be able to get over there. So they mentioned what kind of medication we're talking about. We're talking about 7,000 forms of medication that basically are going to be coming over, that are meant to be coming over, that it could be serious treatments, serious forms of medication.
Yeah.
They ain't outlined that. But a month, it's gonna be a melee basically. You ain't gonna have your medication yet. We don't know to what extent that is. Now what could that lead to? That could lead to an outbreak. You don't know what kind of medication is for. A contagion, right? A pestilence basically.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, let's not forget that all the food, the majority of the food is imported. So the lorries coming from over to Dover, they're gonna be backed up. So the price of food is gonna skyrocket. So we're talking about medication for the people and food. Their ability to eat food as well is gonna be like highly messed with, alright? So we're talking about famine and possible disease outbreak on the shores of UK coming 5 weeks. And let's not forget that we have Boris Johnson pull a shiesty move and close the government down for a few weeks after he spoke to the Queen. And the Queen, that shows you she ain't no ruler, because you didn't search for the adequate information to deem whether it's legal action, illegal action. She just heard where you have to send, go and do what you're doing. But you know that's really an inside job, man. They're all in cahoots together. So basically, Boris, and he was over there, where in America when he got found like he busted a legal move. Mind you, and Trump might be getting impeached as well. Same time when Boris was over there saying he did some illegal shit over here. And those two are like peas in a pod, man. They're one and the same.
I was going to make the point that they also removed the European Union off the British passport. Because another thing that the Brexit thing is going to do is that there's a lot of expats, they call them, which is British nationals living across the Eurozone with no preparation, because they don't know what's going to happen. And you've also got a lot of EU workers, and it's a lot of Romanians, Polish, Hungarians, all of them kind of nations that actually keep Britain going. If you didn't have them, you ain't got no builders, you ain't got no plumbers, you ain't got no... Like, a lot of people that do them hard, gritty jobs, while those Edomites sit in the offices, like cleaning the windows that they sit in, are those Eastern Europeans, man, that come over here and do those kind of jobs.
And the proof that they're required is immigration law in the UK is like you have to be earning like something ridiculous, 30, 40 grand for them to consider you for a visa, unless you're a builder or a fruit picker, right? Showing you that they actually need those Eastern Europeans to come over and do them jobs.
And imagine there's one girl I know that works with me, my colleague. She's from Albania. Basically, she spent her time over there studying to become a doctor. But the window of time that she has to find a job, there's no chance she's gonna find a job in that window of time, so she gotta go back home. So she came over here to get qualified to be a doctor, but the way they got the systems out, she ain't gonna be here. So mind you, we're talking about a doctor, right? People that actually help people when it comes to health, you know? So that shows you what this society is about. They'd rather have a fruit picker, or was the other one a builder? So that shows you what this society is about.
Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set the nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
That's talking about Esau, man. That's that the though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? That's the Edomites, right? And Esau's spiritual animal is the eagle. That's Esau's spiritual animal, the eagle. And that's when you look at the Romans.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's a great eagle. The Donald Trump, the Romans, the Nazis, their spiritual animal is the eagle, which the eagle is a bird that flies above every bird. And it's a proud bird as well, man, that eagle. And it's a filthy bird, man. That's their spiritual animal. So who shall bring me down? Their head's in the clouds, bro. And then, you know, that's Esau, because no other kingdom put anything in the so-called heavens, like the space. No other kingdom did that.
Yeah, in fact, the three main countries that do it, rather places, is America, Russia, and the EU. The three main ones. China's getting in there now.
Edomites.
But those are the main three. The first three.
The reason why China's getting in there is to fulfill Moab being the Lord's wash part, and to cast his shoe over Edom. That's the reason why. The only reason why Moab is up in the mix is for the sake of that prophecy coming to fulfillment. But to Moab to basically F with
America.
Esau.
But that's why everyone thinks that Moab is going to be next. Because you see the so-called Chinese, yeah, and then there's billions of Chinese, whatever, their technology is good or whatever the case may be. Everyone's kind of like, they're so-called rich, everyone's kind of looking at them, but they're going down with Esau.
Yep.
They're all going down, man.
Yep.
And they're fulfilling the prophecy of the washpot because everything that America buys is through who? The Chinese, man. That's how they're getting rich. Even the American flag's produced in Beijing or wherever. The American flag that they fucking fly around the world is made in China. So that's how they're getting paid, man. But Esau, the eagles in the sky, man, his head's in the clouds, bro. And when you see Trump, man, he's orange and his head's high in the air. And he speaks proudly to all the nations. Whenever you see the UN and you see Trump, he's bare proud. He just speaks proudly to the nations. That's how it is, man. That proves that that's Esau, bro. Hey, now, bro, you know now on Sky News, we were mentioning it earlier, man. On Sky News, they actually came out and said, yeah, they come out on Sky News saying, yep, we found the ancient kingdom of Edom. And even in that article, it tells you, yeah, King David subjugated the Edomites and all that. They're actually telling you that on Sky News now. Because this truth's getting so pushed so hard about the Edomites and who the so-called white man is, who the Israelites are. Man, this is all being revealed.
So the reason why they found it is to say that it don't exist no more. We found it. When you say you found something, it was lost, right? So you found it. Like Tutankhamun's tomb. You lost it, now you found it. So that means, what does that do? It puts it to rest. That's the end. You can close the book there. That's it. So when someone asks you, okay, what happened to Edom? Oh, Sky News, they showed you, they found it the other day. They were destroyed. So as far as they're concerned, all the scriptures of the prophecy of Edom have been fulfilled. Mind you, the devil, Edom, is telling you that himself.
He's telling you that. But then you know what? You know that they're liars because their own the Compact Bible Dictionary tells you Edom. It tells you Edom figures prominently in the scriptures as the scene of great future judgment.
Future, prophet.
So they've told you that. They've actually come out and told you that Edomites, they got a judgment in the future. So they know, but that's why they're not the so-called white man known as the devil, bro. He's a deceptive. That's right, he deceives you with these words. So what did they say in Obadiah? His head's in the sky. Who shall bring me down?
Yeah, and then the fourth verse said, though thou exalt thyself as eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Does it say that? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle?
Yeah. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
So the Lord's bringing Esau down. And when did the Lord start bringing Esau down? When he woke up, when he woke up his men. You know, going back to the 70s, late. You know,
when he went when he put Apollo 11 up into the sky, that's when Esau started going downhill from the 70s.
And the truth was getting flooded.
Yeah.
You know?
That's when again, it's like the same. Basically, what the brother just said is the same way this kingdom is going to be destroyed. Simultaneously, while the bombs are falling on Babylon the Great, the elect are going to be taken up. So when this kingdom is going down, the elect are going to be going up. And it's the same way with the missiles. I mean, with Apollo 11, going up. You know, into them going up into the heavens. That's when the Lord put forward the truth, basically. That's right. And so it's like a booby trap.
Yeah.
Like you might think you're making progression, you step, but you don't know they set something else off, man.
If I could say, all around that period of time, that's when America started going down morally as well. 1964, what they had women's sexual liberation and all of the mess that comes from that. 1972, you had Roe v. Wade, which is basically abortion, legalizing abortion all over America. Then later on, in that round about the same period, you had Stonewall, where the homosexuals started getting rights. Where all of these things were all happening at that same point, proving the scriptures to be true.
Simultaneously around that time, Judah was getting built up. That's right. You know, they were coming up, and Judah all around the world were following after that heavy vibration within the music, the culture, all of that.
When Esau was going down, that's it. What's the symbol of that? Jacob taking the hill of Esau, taking him down. When he's taking him down, what's he doing? Jacob being exalted. So
Yep.
the Lord was nourishing us via this word, whilst they'll be taken down by their own rulership, destroying themselves, aborting their own babies, allowing their women to whore out. All these different things that they did upon themselves that led to their own destruction.
Even
Now,
everything that
this
they-
is the king.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Because even everything that they did upon Jake is falling on them. Now they're all on drugs, man. Edomites in the suburbs, suburban oh, the opioids. They're all on
And
drugs,
they got
man.
it worse. Like imagine crack was
fucked.
you know, madness. Them guys are shooting meth, man.
Yeah,
The drugs
backfires
they're
on them.
messing with are worse, man.
And it's the scripture says that they set a snare, they fall into their own snare.
Yeah.
So that's the Lord, but everything happens in a
Haman,
process, man. Like yeah,
Hanging to the gallows.
yeah, it don't just happen overnight, man. It's a process, man.
Yep.
But that's how we know at the end of the and then Jakes are waking up to the fact that they're the Israelites.
Yeah.
You know?
You want the scriptures come out now.
Got a little couple. So firstly, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So presently this earth, the rulers over this earth are the wicked, man. Alright, go and read on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, if not where, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not where and who is it? See, for the lie to be voted on this earth, he had to basically wipe us out of existence, right? The famous, right? Amongst the masses. Because, look, the whole system that's set in place in Esau's kingdom is really to demean these people on the side, man. Because the thing is, they won't let you, that's why they have things known as, they quote unquote call it equal rights, or, you know, if you go universities, Cambridge, Oxford, for example, they now have a quota where they need to have empty gaps to fill so-called coloured people. So they gotta take, for example, they gotta take a so-called black person, say so-called Hispanic or whatever, and take them into their thing. But they just have to be at a certain level, and that's it, they're covered. But really, when they go into that environment, they really got to be under the impression of that society. Now, if it wasn't like that, if it was like, let's just say we had an even playing field, there weren't no cracking up communities, there weren't no violence, there wasn't the after effects of drugs and all different things. Jake in their right mind, are more able-bodied, able-minded than Esau. And it's evident. That's why he's done all these things, right? And that's why, main point being covering the face of the judge thereof. He slandered us to the masses to basically undermine our ability.
That's crazy.
So,
That's now as well.
I was at work, man. This woman saw me.
Yeah.
I had my high vis on. I pulled a trolley into my place of work. I've come back out. She's seen me walk past. I just moved her bag closer to her. I'm thinking, bitch, why am I gonna steal your bag when I'm at work? But that's that natural, it's that natural fear, you know, because it's been the vibration of, you know, what Esau had to do in order to make himself who he is. He had to make us look like a criminal. And the joke is, and I always think about this, bitch, we're here in your country because you stole off, man. We didn't come here, we didn't swim over here and say, yeah, we wanted to read it. No, you came to our countries, or the rest that we had at the time, gathered us up and took us elsewhere, put us in slavery and whatnot, and now we're over here as a remnant people, basically.
All over the world.
Diaspora, all over the world, basically. And now we're criminals somehow. But that's the mentality, that's the covering of the faces of the judges. You got something to go with it, bro.
So the brother basically shared this article earlier on today.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson could declare state of emergency to push through no-deal Brexit. Says Dominic Grieve says he fears talk of riots if don't leave the EU on October 31 is a pretext to use draconian powers to force it through. And
read it again, because I need to hear it properly. I don't want to speak beforehand.
Yep. So I'll read it from the top again. This is from the Mirror. It says
This place is done, man.
Boris Johnson could declare state of emergency to push through no-deal Brexit.
Now he wants a no-deal Brexit. He's gonna go as far as to push a state of
emergency.
Read.
Yep. It says Dominic Grieve says he fears talk of riots
if the UK does not leave on the EU on October 31.
I don't, and this is the thing, as far as I know, most people don't want to leave the EU now when they're hearing what they're hearing. As far as I know, that's what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing what he's saying about if they don't leave on the 31st of October, people are gonna start rioting. I don't know about that from where I'm standing anyway. So this to me seems like a form of propaganda to stir up the minds of the people that there's a sense of urgency that, oh no, they'll be rioting if we don't have a no-deal Brexit. The funny thing is this whole no-deal or deal, you niggas want to leave the EU, man, just go. Why do you need a deal before you leave?
Exactly.
It don't make no sense. We're gonna leave a no deal, and we're gonna get a deal. No, you voted you don't want to be in the EU, just good riddance. It's that straightforward, isn't it?
It's that pride.
But you want to walk away with a deal. Well, why? If you want a deal, you might as well. It just don't make sense. That's why this is all just filibustering from the elites, man.
Right. Says Dominic Grieve says he fears talks of riots if don't leave the EU on October 31 is a pretext to use draconian powers to force it through.
That's who bono. That's the money right there. Yeah. Who profits? Read that again.
Yeah. It says Dominic Grieve.
Hey, listen to it, and there's the buzzwords. There's got to be something in this title that stands out to you, that jumps out as to why this is happening. Go and read it all.
Dominic.
It don't make sense. But the last part of it, last words that was said, it all makes sense when you hear it. Go and read.
It says Dominic Grieve says he fears talks of riots if UK does not leave.
Did he say he fears what?
Fears talk of riots.
Talk of riot. We're talking about talk of riot. You see Allen Iverson's where he said when he had the practice. We in here talking about practice. I'm an MVP player. Why are you talking to me about, if you check it out on YouTube, NBA player, he's talking about they're upset with him because he missed practice. But he's saying like, I'm a championship player, I'm an all-star. Why have I got to be concerned about practice? You already know what I bring to the table. Now this is talk. This is not even, there's no weight in this. This is talk of riot. Who's talking about riot? Who? This is how you gotta read these articles and just think, who the fuck is saying this shit, man?
Like subversion.
It's just, that's what it is. It's mind trick, Jedi mind trick. Not even Jedi mind trick, it's just Esau'S mind trick. Because you read this and you think, wait, hold on, you saying what? But that's a ruling class mentality, because you should be able to discern things like, wait, are you trying to get one over me?
Yeah.
You gotta have that kind of mentality. You gotta filter everything you hear. So read it.
It says Dominic Grieve says he fears talks of riots if the UK does not leave the EU on October 31.
Yeah.
Right, is a pretext to use draconian powers to force it through.
So all that was said, it said that would be the talks from we don't know where of riots from people that I don't know where. If there's no deal, if we don't leave the EU on the 31st, we didn't leave already before. Was there any riots? No. You gotta like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting riled up because it's like, if you fall for this shit, you're a dummy, man. You're retarded. Like, you ain't got. These are the type of people that read this shit and eat it up. Personally, I'm gonna get personal. I don't like people because a lot of people are fucking retarded, man. You just talk to them and you're like, yo, who raised you, man? What people showed you life? You read something like this and you hear what they're saying, like, why are we talking about this? All of that to say it's a pretext for what?
Draconian powers to force it through.
So that's the agenda. All that bullshit they said that from nowhere is just so they can say we're gonna bring draconian rule in the event that what was it said? If we don't leave the EU. Yeah. So this time around, if they don't leave the EU, they can just say, oh, there's right, we heard talks of riots. Okay, draconian rule. That's what, so we're talking about martial law being implemented, curfew instantly, without no talk. Habeas corpus being administered with your suspension of your rights. All right? That's and there's people reading these articles and they don't even understand what's being said to them. He just said, look, if we don't leave, we're going into martial law. That's really what he's saying. We don't leave the EU come October 31st, we're going